one higher than the other.
Is that bothering you? that
Well, no,
one's
we didn't
lower?
want you to, we thought maybe it would bother you. Let's go.
Maybe.
Good morning. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Welcome to the August 23rd, 2021 meeting for the Board of County Commissioners for Shawnee County. My name is Kevin Cook. I serve as the chair this year, also representing District 2. Joining me today is Commissioner Bill Rippon, representing District 1. Good morning. Get back.
Good morning.
And Commissioner Aaron Mays, representing District 3. Good morning.
Morning.
Madam Clerk, our first item.
Our first item is item 3, consent agenda.
There's 2 items. Is there a motion or questions?
I'll move to approve.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Mays. I'll second. Second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. All opposed. Reflected it passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item 4, new business, A, County Clerk number 1, consider all voucher payments.
Commissioners, this morning we have vouchers totaling $2,417,083.07. Highlights under that, under District Court to Converge 1 Incorporated for $11,230.87 is for support renewal for the court's data storage system. Under the Equipment Fund to Field Turf USA, $305,263.80 is for the turf project at Lake Shawnee Girls Softball, and then also the soccer field at Bettis Sports Complex. And then under federal grant to Stormont Vale Event Center, $1,072,896.08 is for the rental of X Hall for the COVID vaccination clinic. I don't have any questions about any of this, and I would move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Mays. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. All opposed. Reflected it passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item A2, consider correction orders.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Mays. All in favor say aye. All opposed. Reflected it passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item B, solid waste number 1, consider approval of request to reclassify a collection position from range 202 to a household hazardous waste specialist range 204 for a maximum annual increase of $1,103 with funding from the 2021 solid waste collections operational budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bill Sutton, Shawnee County Solid Waste. We have seen a significant increase of volume, both through customers and the amount of material that's being brought out to the household hazardous waste in the past 2 years. I have a spare collector position that is currently vacant, and we are requesting to reclassify that vacant collector position to a household hazardous waste specialist position, going from range 202 to 204. Because of the significant pay increase that was given to them early in their contract, the pay differential will be a maximum of $1,103 annually for this position. This will be a bargaining unit position and will be awarded according to the contract. And of course, this is 100% user fee funded with no tax dollars used. Subject to your question, gentlemen.
Any questions?
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. All opposed. Reflected it passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item B2, consider approval of a request for emergency repairs to a solid waste truck in the amount of $10,799.89, utilizing solid waste fund, which is 100% user fee funded.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bill Sutton, Shawnee County Solid Waste. This agenda item is requesting emergency repairs for our truck number 3138. It had a failure on the main ejection blade. It's been repaired numerous times, but where the weld is, it's very hard to repair. So we're asking to purchase a new blade. Total repairs is $10,000, $10,790.89. The emergency purchase order has already been signed by Audit Finance. This is 100% user fee funded with no tax dollars used, subject to your questions, gentlemen.
Any questions?
Yeah, Bill, is this truck out of service right now?
No, this is it's back in service.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Any other questions?
I'll move for approval.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Mays. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Reflected, it passes 3-0.
Thank you, Chairman.
Our next item.
Item C, Audit Finance. Number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C-280-2021, amendment number 1 to contract C-288-2018 with underground vaults and storage to provide document storage and shredding services for Shawnee County until October 31, 2024.
Good morning, Betty Greiner, Director of Administrative Services. This is just to extend our contract. We went out for bid for our document storage in 2018, and as you know, there is a lot of cost and work in changing storage companies. We did change in 2018. We did send out an email to all the departments asking if they were unhappy with the service with this company, and we did not have anyone that was not in favor of renewing or extending this contract.
Questions?
You know, I know we're required to hang on to information. Is there a move to make more of that digital?
I think we're all moving towards that every year more and more, especially with the pandemic. It has really speeded that up or sped that up. You know, it's like we really have used much more digital, you know.
We're not required to keep a hard copy of.
Some things we are, and those we do. You know, the county clerk is our keeper of the records for the county, and she does make sure that we are following those guidelines where we have to.
No other questions?
Any other questions?
No.
I'd move for approval.
Second.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Mays. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Reflected, it passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item C2, consider approval of request to issue a request for proposal for the financial audit for Shawnee County.
This item is just an item where we'd like to go out for RFP for audit services. We last did this 5 years ago, and that was a 3-year contract with 2 one-year extensions, so it's just time to go out for RFP on this again. We are not unhappy with the auditors we've had, or you know, I felt like they have done a thorough job. It's just time to see what else is available.
Good. Questions? I'll move for approval.
Second?
Second by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Reflected, it passes 3-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next item.
Item D, Parks and Recreation. Number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C-281-2021 with the Sertoma Great Topeka Duck Race Committee to provide the 2021 Great Topeka Duck Race activities on September 18th at Lake Shawnee, with the organizer to pay special event fees totaling $1,040 for deposit in the Parks and Recreation Building Maintenance Fund.
Good morning, Commissioners. Randy Luby, Parks and Recreation. Before you today is our typical special event contract with the Sertoma Great Topeka Duck Race Committee. This will be the 24th year we've had this race out at Lake Shawnee. It's a great community event. This year, however, they will be following the guidelines they did last year, which would be just a duck drop. With the pandemic and the COVID raising its head again, they decided to just go back to dropping the ducks this year, and hopefully following year will be open back up. Be glad to answer any questions you may have.
Questions?
I'll move for approval.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Reflected, it passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item D2, consider approval of request to solicit bids for the replacement of the electrical panel at Shawnee North Family Aquatic Center with an estimated replacement cost of $37,234 with funding available from operating funds.
Again, Commissioners, Randy Luby, Parks and Recreation. Before you today on this panel, give you a brief history. This panel is the original panel when the pool was built in 2005 and opened in 2006. Just a couple years ago, we had a minor problem with it, and we had an electrician come out, and he was able to fix that problem, but he did tell us that most of this equipment is obsolete, and that at any time if something goes out, we could be in major trouble. Well, we had him come out, and we had a different electrician come out at the beginning of this year to just make sure he had the same opinion, and he did. And as you can tell by the memo, it takes about 8 weeks to get this panel in. So we're asking to go ahead and replace this panel just to keep us from jeopardizing a swim season that could be in the future. Be glad to answer any questions you may have.
Questions? I'll move for approval of the request to solicit bids.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Mays. All in favor say aye. All opposed, reflect that it passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item D3, consider approval of request to solicit bids from vendors for cleaning and restocking of standalone restrooms throughout several parks, with funding for these services from the Park Services Division operations budget.
Randy Luby again with Parks and Recreation. We're looking at going out for an RFP to clean these standalone restrooms. The main reason for that is the travel time it takes our staff to get to these restrooms. We did a little, I got a little information that costs almost $400 a week just in travel time. That does not count cleaning the restrooms. We can handle the cleaning of the restrooms that are in Gage Park and Lake Shawnee because there's already a cleaning crew there. So we're just curious of what the price would be to go out for this kind of service. We currently clean the restrooms twice a day, morning and in the late afternoon or evening. Be glad to answer any questions you may have.
Questions?
Are these restrooms locked?
They are. They're on an automatic lock. So if our crew comes in late, they double check to make sure they are locked. But actually, they are automatic locks. So.
Other questions? So this is just to get to more information as to what options we have.
Exactly.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Mays. All in favor say aye. All opposed, reflect that it passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item D4, consider approval of request to solicit bids for the replacement of Bettis Family Sports Complex quad backstop netting for 4 fields at an estimated cost of $35,000 with funding available from the operational fund.
Again, Randy Luby with Parks and Recreation. These backstop nets are the original nets that were installed in 2010. So we got 11 years of service out of them. We did make minor mending repairs throughout the years on them. And this is basically typical for the life expectancy. They basically go on the number of games and also the weather. Ice and hard winters really have a hard time on these, but they are in need of a repair. So if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer.
Questions?
This is for installation as well as,
Yes.
okay.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Mays. All in favor say aye. All opposed, reflect that it passes 3-0. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Our next item.
Item 5, administrative communications.
This is an opportunity for any member of the public or department head to address the commission on any item.
Betty Greiner, Director of Administrative Services. Just wanted to remind the public that this evening at 5:30 is our public budget hearing and the revenue neutral rate hearing. It'll be at 5:30 right here in Commission Chambers. And the proposed budget is on our website and on the County Commission page. There's a link there that you can look at. That then shows all the budget requests.
I might just note that our intention is to take up the budget discussion on Thursday, the 26th, as we move towards any final conclusion or approval. Okay. Any other department heads or members of the public wishing to address the commission? Commissioner Rippon, do you have anything to comment on?
It's good to be back.
Good to have you back.
So, it was an interesting couple weeks, and so I was out of the country, and it's makes me appreciate the United States a little bit more, having been to some a country where they had horrible problem with some poverty and refugees, and it was this is in South Africa. And when you see shanty towns for as far as you can see, and it's like I say, it makes you appreciate what you have here.
Very good. Commissioner Mays?
Nothing for me today.
I don't have anything either. Madam Clerk, our next item.
Item 6, executive session.
There's not a need for an executive session today. We are adjourned.
I always have that same feeling anytime I go to another country. For me, it's